Great to be here. It's great to be here. It's a gorgeous day in Dane County. As I look down State Street, I have many, many fond memories. I feel blessed because I was fortunate enough to attend not only undergraduate school here, but also I attended law school here. And I graduated 30 years ago. And now as I look down this street, I think of my children who are 11, 13, 16, and 18. And I want my children, and ultimately someday my grandchildren, to have the same opportunities in this state that I had and that my parents had. My parents, in fact, met literally on Bascom Hill. So I feel very, very comfortable here. But I am concerned. I am concerned as everybody is here in Madison, as everyone is in Dane County, as everyone is in the state of Wisconsin. I'm concerned because of the economy of this state, whether we'll be able to have the opportunities for our children and grandchildren that we had. And that's a very serious question. For the first time in this nation, I think people are asking themselves, will our children and grandchildren have the same opportunities that we've had? Well, I'm convinced that they will. I'm convinced that they will if we move in the right direction and we make the right decisions. And that's why I have focused on job creation, on job retention, on job attraction. Because I know what Wisconsin needs is more jobs where people can support their families. It is that simple. Wisconsin needs more jobs where people can support their families. And I've worked on it as the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. And I have to be honest with you, because I've been disappointed because Scott Walker, who's the county executive, has been missing in action as I've worked to create jobs in southeastern Wisconsin. 6 years ago, I came in and I helped launch the Milwaukee 7, the M7, that brought 7 counties together. Suburbanites, rural people, people who live in the city, Democrats, Republicans, and independents. And the sole purpose of this organization is to create, retain, and attract jobs. And you know what Scott Walker's reaction was to the creation of this organization? He called it putting lipstick on a pig. Lipstick on a pig as we try to work to create and retain jobs. Now, I know that the job of governor is to be the #1 salesperson, the #1 ambassador, the #1 cheerleader of this state. And that means you've got to love it. You've got to love it and promote it. He had his opportunity in Milwaukee County, and he called it putting lipstick on a pig. I don't want a governor of this state who's going to call this state lipstick on a pig. That's why we have to make sure that we're positive, aggressive, and moving this state forward. But it doesn't end there. I also know that we've got serious fiscal problems and that we have to put state government on a diet. And I'm prepared to do that. I've done it in Milwaukee. I'm going to do it here. But here, once again, there's a very serious question that the people in the state have to ask about Scott Walker. The talk in Milwaukee the last 2 weeks has been whether Milwaukee County should go into bankruptcy. A very prominent civic group has talked about whether Milwaukee County should go into bankruptcy. And my question for you, and my question for the people of the state of Wisconsin is, after leading Milwaukee County for 8 years, and the question is whether Milwaukee County should go into bankruptcy, why would we promote Scott Walker to governor? If he's talking about putting Milwaukee County into bankruptcy, I don't want a governor who, after 4 or 8 years, the talk is going to be whether the state of Wisconsin should go into bankruptcy. That means we need a leader who's going to make tough decisions, who's going to be straight with people, who's going to have honest plans. That's what this is all about. It's about having adult supervision and making sure that we're facing the issues that we have and facing them in an honest way. That is my pledge to you. I will work with people to get things done. That's what this is all about. It's about creating hope, creating opportunity for the people in the state. Now, here's where we are. The election is 12 days away. And the other side is so cocky. They are so overconfident that they've already ordered the drapes. They've ordered the stationery. They're preparing the transition team because they believe it's all over. And they talk about the polls. Well, I'll tell you, our internal polls tell you that this is a dead heat. But even looking at the other polls, those Republican polls, and I had a reporter ask me the other day about the Republican polls. And I said, well, wait a minute, let's talk about polls for a second here. Last Saturday, the 18th ranked Wisconsin Badgers, number 18 in the polls, played #1 Ohio State. Who won that game? Wisconsin won that game. So this isn't about polls. This is about people. And that's where you come in. Because democracy is the ultimate participatory sport. It works as well as we, the people, make it work. And even though they're saying that it's all over, I know it's not all over. Because I know we're just starting now. Because now is when people start paying attention to elections. And as Tammy said, as Kathleen said, this is not a referendum. This is a choice. This is a choice between someone who supports the incredible work that's done on this university in embryonic stem cell research that allows families to have hope for their children, allows people who care about Parkinson's disease, juvenile diabetes, spinal cord injuries to know that there's hope. Or it's about choosing someone who's going to turn that off. South Dakota has shut it down. South Dakota has said they want no embryonic stem cell research in their state. When you think of high-tech, biotech companies, do you think of them moving to South Dakota? And I have no disrespect for South Dakota. But the fact is, it turns the clock back. California, on the other hand, has embraced this. And they want our world-class scientists to move there. I do not want our world-class scientists to move to California because we have a governor who refuses to let them do the research that saves lives in this country. And politicians should not be the ones who are telling world-renowned scientists what research they should do. That's what this is all about. It's about whether the state moves forward or whether we turn the clock back. And it's really now in your hands. It's in the hands of the people of Madison, the hands of the people of this state to decide what direction this state goes. Our motto has always been forward, and this is not the time to change the state motto from forward to backward. This is not the time to change the state motto from forward to backward. So I need your help. Tammy needs your help. Our state legislators need your help. It's all about getting people out to vote. That's what this is all about right now. And we are fortunate because we've got a special guest with us today, former Governor Tim Kaine, who heads the Democratic National Committee. And he's here because he knows how important this state is. He knows that unlike some other parts of the country where the races are basically decided, they're not decided here. That the people here have now the opportunity to choose who their next governor is going to be, who their next U.S. senator is going to be, who's going to represent us in the state legislature and the Attorney General's office. Tim Kaine did a great job as governor in Virginia. He's done a great job as the chair of the Democratic National Committee, and I'm proud to have him here. Let's give a warm Madison welcome to Governor Tim Kaine. Governor.